books are just something that bring me so much joy, and I would never deny myself joy. So I want to share these vibes with you because they're so magical. And the first book that I'm going to tell you about, it's crazy how I was led to this book. So this past Tuesday, there was a strawberry supermoon in Sagittarius. It was a full moon in Sagittarius, essentially, but it's called the strawberry supermoon. Now, I have a dragon that I call Strawberry. And the day after the strawberry supermoon, I already was like, oh, Strawberry, it's a moon dedicated to you. So I was doing lots of work with this particular dragon during the course of this full moon. But so Tuesday after the full moon, there was just a moment where I was like, I kept seeing so many signs for strawberries, and I was drinking like a kombucha tea that was strawberry daiquiri flavor. And then I pulled out my lip smackers and it was strawberry flavor. And there was just little things. And I was like, what message is my dragon trying to tell me right now? So a couple hours later, I decided to work on my creation journal, and I wanted to go out and buy some used magazines. So I hit up a couple thrift stores looking for magazines, and this one particular thrift store that I went in, I had just been there like a couple weeks earlier, so I wasn't going to look at the books, but I was like, you know what, I'm here, I'll just see if anything new's come in, I'll go check out the books. But basically I found 5 books, and then it was like buy 5 books, get the 6th book free. And I needed a 6th book. So I was going through the books again. I went through them a second time. I was like, I'll see if I missed anything. And all of a sudden, this book pops out to me. And it's called The Little Book of Dragons, Finding Your Spirit Guide. So Strawberry led me right to this book. It was just meant to be. So this is mine now, in my possession. And I'm so happy. I couldn't believe that I found this. And it talks about all the different kinds of dragons. So this is the first book. It is by Christine Arana Fader. And it says, when you are touched by a dragon, you feel the depth of its love. It's true. So I work with 3 dragons right now. And then this one talks all about the different kinds of dragons you can have as spirit guides that will guide you during your life. So the ones that I work with, they came to me in my imagination. I started writing to them in my creation journal, which I'll show you is quite big these days. I can't close it. It's just a big book. It's like a spell book, and it just sits open now like this. Do you guys want me to show you what's inside this? Are you curious to see what kind of magic is in here? If you are, leave a comment, let me know, and maybe I'll take you on a little tour of it. Yeah, it's actually getting so big that I want to add more to it. I want to do like a goddess journal as well and just do more visions for my life. So I had to get a new one. These are from the dollar store. And I'm working on a new creation journal. This one is just getting started, but yeah, very exciting. Some summer projects that I'm working on. So yes, dragons. I was saying I have 3 dragons that I work with, and the ones that work with me, there's the blue dragon that I work with. I call him Blueberry or Bluebird. And then I have the red dragon that I work with. I call her Strawberry. And to me, they're like sister-brother dragons, but this is just my connection with them. And you may have a different connection with them, or someone else might have a different connection with whatever it is. It's like a parent and child relationship. It's like, as a parent, you have a different relationship with every child because every child is different, right? So that's kind of how it is with spirit guides. And then I have a green dragon. It's kind of like this. He's kind of this green. It's like a soft, light green dragon. And I call him Mason or Max. And he is the one that sets me on my like navigational seas. He sets me in the direction that I need to be going. And then the other 2 dragons assist in my day-to-day life more, and they're more interactive in my life. Max is more behind the scenes, but I'm very thankful for them. I love my dragons, and it might be a weird concept to some, but That doesn't bother me because it's real to me and that's all that matters. So yeah, it's actually building this belief in another world, this other world that we can't see, but it's all around us, has given me so much fulfillment in my life and has really guided me and directed me down the path of my wildest dreams. So it is this path that I continue to pursue because it brings me so much happiness. So I'm going to get right into showing you some of these other books now that I've talked to you all about my dragons and you think I'm crazy and you've probably stopped watching this video. The next book that I got is called Between Death and Life. Anytime I see Dolores Cannon's name on the shelf, I'm just like, mine. Taking it. Especially in a used bookstore. It was only like $5. And she has passed. She is no longer in this world, but I'm so aligned with her. So she holds a special place in my heart. The next book that I have is called The Book of Ayurveda, A Holistic Approach to Health and Longevity. This is by Judith H. Morrison. Ayurveda is something that I've always been really intrigued in. I'm really excited to have found this book because the one thing that was always stopping me from pursuing a path of Ayurveda or clean eating or just healthier eating was that I couldn't get over my binge eating addiction. And I didn't know how to heal that part of me. And now that I have healed and accepted and come to terms and peace with that side of me, it like honors my boundaries and it enables me to find that willpower with me now to know, no, this is the direction I want to go in. So these are the choices that I'm aligned with. So now I feel like I do have the power to tell myself, I can follow a diet. I can follow a stricter eating regimen because I have that willpower and discipline of knowing that I can do this. As well, I want to heal my body. And medicine, what is that quote? Let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food and all that. So I'm trying to see if I can continue my healing journey by eating lots of fruit and veggie, cutting down on dairy, and just revitalizing myself. I think this energy in the collective right now, like there's so much darkness, which is being masked right now because it's summer, but I can feel it. I just feel this heaviness and it's just, get it off me. So the next book that I have is called The Well Journal. I can't believe that I came across this. And again, I was divinely guided to this book. So I have decided, like I just said, to go dairy free and to incorporate more fruits and veggies in my diet. I went to the market this morning. I'm going to stop buying at the grocery store as much as I can and just get all my fruits and veggies at the market. So much cheaper and supporting local, which I can always get behind. But with that being said, I was like, okay, I think I'll start July 1st officially going dairy free. So I was going thrifting the other day, surprise, surprise. And on my way, I had a few errands to run. So I had to stop at the bank. And then after the bank, I was going to Walmart, which is attached to the mall. And there's this little back road that I was driving along from the bank to the mall. Now, had I been on the main road, I never would have seen this bookstore because it's literally hidden. Like there's no sign for it that I could see on the main road. I wouldn't have been able to find it because the parking lot was only from this back secret road that I was on. So all of a sudden I see Goodwill bookstore, like a sign, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I had no idea this was here. I've never been in here. We're going in. So I pulled in and I bought like a bunch of books and it was amazing. It was only $40. I bought like 10 books. And this was one of them. This is the Well Journal, and it's like my dragons, my angels, my guides, whoever it was, all of them guided me right to this book that has never been used to write all about my nutritional health, mindfulness goals, exercise goals for this new journey that I'm on of consciously eating healthier. So each day I will record, it says like, how are you feeling today? How did you sleep last night? Breakfast, what you had, what time, lunch, dinner, snacks, supplements, medications, how many servings of vegetables did you eat, exercise, mindfulness practice, list 3 things you're grateful for, what went well, and things I need to vent or let out. Wow, this is amazing. I'm going to start it today. I just couldn't believe that they put this in my path. I'm someone who really likes writing and seeing my progress through like things being written down. Otherwise, I kind of lose structure, and I just like having a system in place. So this is perfect. This is exactly what I need. It's not going to be counting calories or anything like that. Just taking note of all the good things I'm doing every day for myself, and coping and healing in the healthiest way that I can. So very excited to find that book for $4. So the next book that I got is this one. This is called Lucid Dreaming. Use Your Psychic Powers to Explore the World of Your Dreams by Tony Crisp. And it's just like an interactive book about lucid dreaming. I kind of see life as the dream. And so when you wake up spiritually in life, like you are essentially awake within the dream, you become a lucid dreamer or a lucid player in the game of life, a lucid participant in the game of life, where you can consciously choose actions knowing that those actions will reap you appropriate and aligned rewards. So I'm really interested to see the dream world perspective, but to apply this to my waking life, not just my sleeping, the time that I'm sleeping, you know? Very cool. Love all these cool finds. And it's so funny because every time I go up to the cashier, they're like, these are some interesting books. I'm like, I know, I'm a weirdo. This is what interests me though. This is the next one. It is The Secret Language of Dreams, A Visual Key to Dreams and Their Meanings by David Fontana. I'm wondering if I have this book already. I have one like it, I think. And if I do have it, if I already got this at a secondhand bookstore and now I have two, it's totally fine because I'll just give it to a friend or I'll just give it away to someone. You never know. I really liked it. And again, it was only $4. And it's just, how do you turn down something in such good condition that is so purposeful and could have so much meaning to someone like me? All right, the next book I got is called Color Decoder, Unlock Your Physical, Spiritual, and Emotional Potential by Dorothy Parker. I am very into color energy and healing with color. It's something that I'm learning about. I'm not very new to all of this, but there's almost like so much that I want to learn, so much that I'm into that I've spread myself so thin because I only dabble in things for a little bit before my attention gets pulled elsewhere and I want to dabble in something else. It's like, I don't know, I'm just constantly being pulled in so many different directions of my joys and passions. And look how fun this book looks to read. I can't wait to learn more about color energies from this book. And this is just preparing me for what's really happening is that spiritual energies right now on this planet are so intense and so powerful, and they're coming here to assist those of us who want to use them. And I know that in the future, I will be able to see auras and I will be able to see otherworldly entities. Right now, I communicate with these beings or aspects of life telepathically through my thoughts. But I know that I will see them one day. And it's just that process of removing fear from me so that once this world does anchor and it's here, that I can be of use in that world and I can be skilled in that world because it will be new to many people. Very excited. The next book that I have is called The Magical Name. The wolf is one of my spirit animals, so I had to get this. But it's a practical technique for inner power, and it talks about name talismans, animal totems, names from mythology, astrological names, name sigils, and names from nature. I am obsessed with learning about the meaning of names, and every name to me is just like a story and has to do so much with our purpose. This is by Ted Andrews. So he goes into all of these like mythological names, who the name is based on, from different traditions, Greek traditions, Roman, stuff like that. What each letter of the alphabet represents. Just a whole book about name symbolism. So very excited for that. I read like 15 books at a time. I cheat on my books with other books because, like I said, I'm constantly wanting to learn new things and grasp new things. And it's not that I lose interest. It's just there's so many things that I'm interested in that I can't pick just one thing to focus on. I found this book called The Starseed Transmissions, an Extraterrestrial Report by Raphael. It looked very mysterious. Look at it, so mysterious. It's also from like the 80s, 1982, by Kenneth Carey. Wow, so this is just a channeled transmission. Again, channel text, some of my favorites about energy and the universal laws and everything like that. Just a quick, easy read. I got this book called Spells, Charms, Talismans, and Amulets, A Complete Guide to Magical Enchantment by Pamela Ball. With a name like that, how could I say no to it? Like, it's got everything magic in it. And I just love it. I just see myself like in my little country cottage one day, sitting on my hammock on my porch, just reading all my books with my dogs at my feet. But yeah, so another very nice, thick book containing lots of information that I can add to my collection. I found this at the market today, actually. I was on the hunt for caramel apples, and I found a used bookstore instead. So instead of buying a food treat, I bought books. This one is called The Hidden Zodiac, Why You Differ from Others with Your Sun Sign by Sasha Fenton. I thought that was kind of a cool concept. And again, generally when I see a book that I'm feeling called to in the store, I'll open it and I'll see if I do resonate with how it's written, the author's type of like writing style, the way that they're narrating it and stuff. And if I resonate with it, it looks like something I would enjoy, then I buy it. I have this book that I got called Angel Medicine by Doreen Virtue, How to Heal the Body and Mind with the Help of the Angels. Doreen Virtue is no longer following this sort of path. It's a really interesting story. I don't know if you've heard, you can like Google it and stuff, but she's completely denounced this part of her life, and which is fine and completely valid. And I'm so thankful that this information is still here. I am of the belief that every single thing that happens for a reason. And so all of this knowledge in this book, I opened it and I resonate with it. I resonate with this information. And so even if the author no longer resonates with this information, there are still people out there in this world that do resonate with this information. And so just because the author has denounced her path, it doesn't make this information untrue or false. It's just symbolic of a different time and journey in her life that she's no longer aligned with. And that's totally fine. So very excited to dig into this. I love seeing her books on bookshelves personally. Anytime I see her book on a bookshelf, if I don't have it, I will buy it because I really value the information that she brought into this, I was going to say industry, but into this type of work, into spirituality. My first angel card deck were from Doreen Virtue, and they're just these beautiful cards, beautiful, beautiful cards. And she was kind of like the pioneer in angel decks and all that stuff. And I don't know if maybe the mass production and the commercialism and the consumerism or all that just got to be too much for her, and she took another path. But it is what it is. I'm still thankful for her soul's journey and for bringing this piece of art into my hands, into my world. My pile building up here. We've got a few more left, 4 books left. This is called Windows of the Soul, a look at dreams and their meanings by Paul Meyer and Robert Wise, MD and PhD. Yeah, so lots of dream symbolism, as you can see. But I love comparing what they talk about in reference to dreams and comparing it to actually like my waking life and my waking state. Because I think this is the dream. I think when we sleep, we actually wake up and go to where we come from. We go to source, we go on assignments, and we go to places for our souls to learn and grow and to help us in our waking life. This is just things that I've learned on my journey. Okay, next I have The Secrets of Self-Healing. Harness nature's power to heal common ailments, boost vitality, and achieve optimum wellness by Dr. Maoxing Ni. I wasn't going to get this, but with the state of the world, like, it does have really good information, but I was like, oh, it was $12. So I was like, should I spend $12 on it? But with the state of the world right now and everything just kind of collapsing, I figure probably good to have a book on hand that talks about how to self-heal. It relates all the medical lingo and talk to the energetic system and how everything's linked energetically. When you are following an awakened or spiritual path, it's like you need to constantly be, you don't need to, do whatever you want, do you. But for me, I mean, I feel I need to constantly be stretching and expanding my frame of reference, my knowledge frame of reference, because I can be intuitive, but I can only receive messages that I will understand. So by reading and absorbing information and constantly expanding my mind and, you know, making those circuits fire in other directions, I'm creating new thought patterns and new ways of being for myself. It enables me, or my guides even, to communicate with me in broader ways, to send me more information, because now I'll understand it better because I have a broader frame of reference. Does that make sense? Makes sense to me. So, nice big book. We have 2 more books about angels. This one is Angel Answers, A Joyful Guide to Creating Heaven on Earth by Andrew Raymer. As you can see, I'm all about communication with our guides. Angels, spirit guides, dragons, animals. My spirit animals are wolf, jaguar, and raven. And finally, the last book that I will show you in this haul is Angels in My Hair by Lorna Byrne. I've read this book. I read this book 7 years ago, and I loved it. It was probably one of the first books I read on angels, and it's a real mystic's account of how she's seen angels all her life and how they've helped her in her life journey and with her life's work. It's a really heartwarming, beautiful story. So I saw it in the bookstore and I had to have a copy because when I read it, it was a library copy, and I definitely wanted to own a copy of this book because I love it. And any books that I love, I want to own because I want to share with friends so that they can read them and absorb those energies too. So that is my massive collection of books. Thank you for watching my video. This is all the content that I'm going to have right now. I'm just trying to enjoy my summer, take it day by day, maneuver these energetic waters, these uncertain seas that we're in energetically, collectively right now together, and see what the tide brings in. But I hope you're all enjoying your summer, and I will see you in my next video. Love and light. Bye, Starlit Souls.